Hello students, we are continuing our lesson 2 sectors of Indian economy. In our previous video, we have discussed about the features of three sectors, primary, secondary and tertiary. Now in this video, we are going to discuss about the calculation of GDP on the basis of production in these three sectors and comparing these three sectors on the basis of their contribution in GDP and employment. First topic is how do we count the various goods and services and know the total production in each sector. For calculating production in each sector, there is no need to calculate every good or services produced and sold. We only include the value of final goods and services. It can be better understood with the help of an example. A farmer who sells wheat to a flour mill for rupees 8 per kg, the mill grinds the wheat and sells the flour to a biscuit company for rupees 10 per kg. Further, the biscuit company uses the flour things like sugar, oil to make 4 packets of biscuits and sells these biscuits in the market to the consumers for rupees 60, means the price of 4 packets is 60 and per packet is rupees 15. Here biscuits are the final goods, the goods that reach the consumers. Now what do we call the raw materials, sugar, oil, wheat, flour used? These goods are known as intermediate goods. These are the raw materials used to produce the final goods and services, and the value of final goods and services already includes the value of intermediate goods. Means on the basis of expenses done on raw material, we finally calculate the price of final goods as well as including the profit margin. So it includes the price of intermediate goods as well. For example, value of rupees 60 for biscuits, that is the final good, already includes the value of flour, oil and sugar. Now, what is GDP or gross domestic product? The sum of production in the three sectors is called gross domestic product of a country. Means the total production in primary, secondary and tertiary when added gives us GDP of country. It is the value of all final goods and services produced within a country during a particular year. Means GDP is calculated every year. In India, the task of calculation of GDP is done by central government ministry, and this ministry, with the help of various government departments of all Indian states and union territories, collects the information related to the total volume and the production of goods and services and the prices of these goods and services, and then estimates the GDP by adding this total production and prices in three sectors. Our next topic is historical change in sectors, or we can say the shift in involvement of people in primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. How people shifted from primary to secondary, then from secondary to tertiary sector. So if we talk about the initial stage of development, or in the beginning, The primary sector was the most important sector of economic activity, and maximum people were involved or employed in this sector. Other activities were also there. For example, the number of traders, craftspersons were also increasing. There were the activities like buying and selling, which also increased many times. Then there were also transporters, administrators, army as well. So this was our primary sector with maximum involvement of people. Then there were craftspersons producing handicrafts, but not on that large number. Then there were people involved in tertiary sector as well. Now, this changed over a period of time. For more than 100 years, when new methods of manufacturing were introduced, factories were set up, people started shifting from agriculture to industries. They started leaving agriculture and they started working in factories as workers. People began to use many more goods that were produced in factories at cheap rates. Means the demand for cheap factory made goods increased, demand increased, and the production in factories also increased. In this way, the secondary sector gradually became the most important sector in total production and employment. This situation further changed in the past 100 years. There has been a further shift from secondary to tertiary sector, especially in developed countries, as you have studied in your class 9th. The service sector has become the most important in terms of total production, and most of the working people are employed in the service sector. This means that the importance of the sectors had changed. Means at the initial development, maximum people were involved in primary sector in agriculture, fishing, forestry, like that. Then people shifted to factories with the age of industrialization. Then again, people shifted from industries to tertiary sectors like services like banking, transport, trading. Now, if we compare the sectors, first criteria is regarding the rupees or their turnover. In 1973, you can see the share of these three sectors is very less. But if we see the graph in the year 2013 and 14, you can see that there has been an increase in the turnover or their share in the rupees in crores. There is less increase in agriculture, comparatively more increase in secondary sector, but there is maximum increase in tertiary sector. So the turnover or contribution of tertiary sector has increased. If we talk about their percentage in GDP, in 1973 and 74, the share of agriculture in GDP and the share of tertiary sector in GDP is, you can say, nearly equal, and secondary sector is having less contribution in GDP. But you can see a change in 2013 and 14, the share or the percentage of agriculture in GDP has decreased. It is very less. Percentage of secondary sector in GDP has increased, but this increase is less as compared to tertiary sector. Maximum increase in percentage in GDP is of tertiary sector, as you can see. If we compare these sectors on the basis of employment or percentage of people employed in these three sectors, if we take example of 1977 and 78, in agriculture, maximum people were employed, that is 71%, then 18% in tertiary sector, and very less in secondary, that is 11%. But you can see the change, you can see the shift. People employed in agriculture has decreased. This percentage is only 44%. Percentage of people employed in industries has increased to 25. In tertiary sector, employment has increased, but not as compared to their share in GDP. So the percentage in employment is 31%. So in this way, we can see that there has been a change or there has been a shift in contribution of these three sectors in GDP and employment. Now, interdependence of these three sectors, just for your knowledge, primary sector means growing crops, agriculture, fishing, mining. If we take example of sugarcane industry, if we are growing sugarcane, it is primary sector. Then this sugarcane is transported by using different means of transport. So transporting is the tertiary sector, which is helping primary sector to transport its raw material to factories. Factories are the secondary sector where sugar is produced by using sugarcane. In turn, industries depend on tertiary sector for transporting of raw material and on primary sector for as a source of raw material. Also, the tertiary sector is dependent on primary and secondary sector for its earning. So in this way, all the three sectors are interdependent on each other for their development. So this is all for today. Tomorrow we will continue our next topic, the growing importance of tertiary sector.